Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of narrating over our videos. If you don't want to listen to me talking on for the next 30 minutes, then we do have the video without narration already loaded up onto our YouTube and Facebook channels. So if you just go back onto our page and search for the same video, you'll find it in one of our recents. This is the second video I've done narrating over our rug cleaning. First one went down quite well. I could really do with you guys sharing the videos. If you can share them, that would be fantastic, on forums that might be interested in this type of thing, with your friends and families who you think might be interested, or anywhere really, just to help us get some traction on the videos, get some more interaction, more questions, and just to help the video to grow and help our channels to grow. That's why we do them, so we can educate people and show people just how good we are at our job, what we think we are anyway. So yeah, we'd really appreciate commenting, sharing, liking at the least. And if you want to help us out with financially, that's fine by us. Right, let's get back to the video. This is a stunning, absolutely stunning, very high knot count machine made rug, so it's actually made on a machine. It's not the usual hand knotted rugs that we do. How can we tell it's a machine made rug? There's numerous ways of telling whether it's hand knotted, so actually made by hand, or whether it's been made on a machine. For instance, the side cords, the binding down the sides of the rugs, you can tell it's been made by a machine because you can see the cotton input. So a machine will use wool. It will use wool down the sides, sometimes polypropylene yarns, but it can use wool as well. But you'll notice that in and out of every stitch on the side of the rug there will be some cotton going in and out to hold that stitch in place, whereas with a hand knotted side bind, it's a continuous loop that you do with a needle, no cotton involved. Also the fringes, you'll notice on this rug, well, you won't notice because it's a bit too far away, but when you inspect the rug you can see directly that the fringe has been stitched on. In this case it's actually been machine stitched on the back, so you can see the machine stitch on the back of the rug. I should have got some little some videos of so I can explain it better. I might do that on the next video. If I know what I'm going to talk about, I'll try and video it so you can see the examples. There is other ways of telling whether it's machine made. Quite a lot of the machine made rugs, the back of the rug is a lot lighter than the front of the rug. In this case not so much, it's got quite a dark back into the rug, so that wasn't a telltale sign. But anyway, even as a machine rug, this is a very high knot count, very stunning and intricate, beautiful patterns. You can't see them at the moment obviously because we've got soap all over it, and it's a polypropylene rug as well. It's not a wool rug, it's a man-made fibre, and with man-made fibres they're so easy to clean. You're basically cleaning plastic, and so you can go a little bit stronger with your chemicals. I always recommend not to, if you don't have to. If the rug's not too dirty, then carry on with your wool safe products. You know, you don't need to hit them with a very strong solvent based cleaner. You can still go gentle with them, and I think on this one that's what I did. I kept it nice and safe. It was dirty, but it was very surface dirty as opposed to deep down dirty, and so we used a wool safe product on this. Didn't need to, but we did. It was already in the gun. I knew it would do the job. and so we just fired it off. And now we're back on the CRB, the counter rotating brush machine. That's what CRB stands for. So if you ever see CRB in a video or someone telling you they're using the CRB, it's called a counter rotating brush, and that's because each brush spins inwards. So all the soap and water will go up through the middle and then out through both sides of the machine. Absolutely brilliant machine. I couldn't do without it, to be honest. You can manually scrub, and we quite often do manually scrub. But the CRB machine is just awesome. Great for fringes too. We love cleaning fringes with the CRB machine. We don't really video us cleaning the fringes, but yeah, it cleans fringes amazingly. You have to be really careful with it, control it, but yeah, it does. Cleaning out the pit as I always do, non-stop, always getting that dirt and soap out. Bit of squeegee action, as they say. So it's been a really busy week here. We've had a lot of rugs in, a lot of big rugs. Very hard for me to do the big rugs on video because they take so long and they're so hard to do. Most of the battery time will run out of the cameras that we use, so I tend to try and steer away, and I know I shouldn't, and hopefully I will get to do some quite big rugs in the near future. You can see that dirt coming off the top of that rug, can't you, straight away? It's a surface dirt. Like I said, there's not too much dirt inside the rug, and any of the dirt that is inside the rug, near enough impossible to get out with the wash because it's so condensed. The knot count is so high on this, it's just completely compacted rug. You can hear the water bouncing when it jets out of this, out of the power flush, the power wand that we're using now, which has water jetting through the actual end of the wand. It's got nowhere to go. You can hear it spitting out the sides. On a less condensed rug, the water would go straight into the pile. But this is so solid, it's like trying to drive water into concrete. Finished result though, this is one of the softest rugs I've ever felt. For a poly, it just felt like silk, velvet. It was stunning after we finished. Anyway, rinsing the surface, and to be honest, the rug's pretty much clean now. As I've said quite a few times, the dirt was mainly on the surface of the rug. It was a very dirty rug, but it was all surface dirt. Just see it coming off the edges there. Must admit I had some lovely comments from you guys on the last narration video. Oh, we're doing the fringes. So it's controlling the CRB just to brush the fringes with the one brush. If we ran straight across over the fringes to use the back brush, it'd all tangle up. So we're just gently brushing the fringes. Quite a bit of control needed to stop it from pulling, sort of racing off. Hard to explain unless you're actually there and feeling the pull of the brushes running onto the fringes. Well, this is a very effective way of cleaning the fringes. You can do it manually with a hand brush if you wanted to, but if the fringes are nice and strong as they are here, then why get on your hands and knees scrubbing when you can just use the CRB to do it all for you? That's what machines are for. If you can utilise the machine to make the job easier, then I'm all for it. Let's get that caught. There's a couple of fringe tassels that weren't quite, that had gone underneath the rug. That's why I stopped on that one. Back down the line. The cleaner you get the fringes in the wash, the less you need to spray them at the end with certain products to get them extra clean. You can't get stains out of fringes because they're cotton fringes. It's very hard to get the stains out of the cotton fringes. So we do that post clean. We have certain sprays that we can put on cotton to make it nice and bright, get rid of all the stains. Different products for different stains, obviously. Another quick scrub with the CRB. Doesn't really need it, to be honest, but might as well. Anything we can get out is a bonus. This rug will go in the tumbler again afterwards. Same again on that side for the fringes, just using the one brush to run over the fringe. If it's a short fringe, we just jet wash it, but because it's quite a long fringe, it's very hard to. You can jet wash the knot and you can jet wash the killim. But the ends of the tassels, you can't jet wash them, they just flop about out of the way of the power of the jet wash. So you do have to scrub the long fringes. We do have a little grate, like a little mesh that we can put on the fringes and jet wash them because it pins them down. But we only do that after we've tried this. If they're still dirty after we've done this, the CRB scrub, then we would mesh jet wash them. But that is a last resort because it does tend to fray the fringe a little bit. But I always say to the customer, do you want a clean frayed fringe or do you want a dirty intact fringe? And it's their choice. Quick go with the rotary, soft brush. Again, this rug doesn't really need all this, but you've got to go through the formalities because you don't want to leave any bits of soil in there if you can help it. We did use a little bit of a degreaser in the second one, in the second spray, foam spray. This does help us to break down any dog oils. If the rug's been in a pet household and the dogs lay on it quite a few times, what you do is you get oils from the dog coat transferring onto the rug. And to break them down you do need at least a mild solvent just to break down the dog oils. Back on with the rinse. Always do the sides first. Really busy in the spa at the moment. I've got lots and lots of rugs coming in. which is great news. Not good news for my back. It can be quite toiling on the bones, this job. It's a very heavy physical job, but when you're doing stuff like this at what I'm doing now, rinsing, it's very therapeutic. But then you've got to lift it at the end of it, and that's where the hard work comes in. Not easy when you've got sciatica, although it has calmed down a little bit, my sciatica. It's still painful. Still not had the operation. I'm still on the waiting list. Falling apart I am at the moment. But this is not a time or a place for me to moan too much about my physicality. Anyway, I should shut up really now, because quite a lot of people love the scraping of the rugs. Still getting a little bit of dirt out of it. Fringes look so much better now, you can see. Now I know what you're thinking, if it's not that dirty, why am I turning it over? And we always turn all rugs over that we can. If we can clean the back of a rug, we will clean the back of every rug that comes in, providing it'll take it. Tufted rugs, not so much. Tufted rugs, we do clean the back of tufted rugs, but because that's where all the glue is, and basically the tufted rug, they glue on a backing over the tufted knots, which is fired into a mesh. I'll explain it when I do a proper tufted rug, but basically it's got a lot of glue on the back, and so to jet wash and to scrub the back of one of these rugs, you're risking breaking down the glues and moving the backing, and which then causes delamination. Delamination is where the glues no longer hold the backing of the rug on, and so you can basically lift the sheet on the back of the rug, the cover, up without the rug moving. I'm terrible at explaining this, I'm trying my best, but and so we tend to steer clear of cleaning the back of a tufted rug unless it really does need it, and then we will clean that first. And the reason why we clean the back of a tufted rug first is because the glues don't have as long to start breaking down while we're scrubbing, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm digressing. I'm moving on to something that shouldn't be. This is a machine made rug, it's not a tufted rug. But yeah, there's still a lot of dirt on the back of this rug. Just because there wasn't that much dirt on the front, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get everything that collects underneath a rug when it's lying on, especially on a hard floor. You'll get hairs and dog hairs and etc, fluff, dead skin, and it all goes under the rug and sticks to the base of the rug. So that's why we always clean the back of a rug. Good scrub and then a good jet wash. The people that say it's pointless cleaning the back of a rug just because it's not visible, they're just not doing a proper job, are they? They're cutting corners. And not only that, when you're jet washing the back of a rug, you're basically pushing the soils out from the knots in the back of the rug through to the front of the rug, and dislodging those soils so that when you flush the front of a rug again, you'll get a bit more dirt out of it. And that's the aim. The aim is to get as much soil and dirt as possible out of these rugs. That's why you have professional rug cleaners. If you just want your rug to look a little bit cleaner, get a carpet cleaner in, he'll come in with his machine and he'll take the dirt off the surface of the rug, and it'll look nice for a couple of weeks, you know. If that's all you want for it, just look nice. The trouble is that when you start walking on that rug, you start pushing the fibres into the base of the rug, and in the base of the rug, that's where all the dirt is. The fibres start popping back up, all dirty. And so really it's a false economy. This is how you clean a rug, to make it last, to make the clean last a long time. If someone's cleaning a rug for 20 or 30 quid, they're not cleaning it properly. I'm sorry, but they're not. And if you think they are, or if you're a carpet cleaner out there and you charge 20 or 30 quid to clean a rug, then by all means clean a rug for 20-30 quid, then bring it here and I'll show you how much dirt you've got left in it. I'll guarantee you I'll get dirt out of it. There's a challenge for you. I'm not knocking surface cleaning a rug. Surface cleaning is something that's it's affordable. You know, some people haven't got the money to pay what we charge to thoroughly clean a rug. I'm not saying we're expensive, but obviously, you know, we do charge for this service. It's a long process of cleaning these rugs properly, but we're very busy, so people do appreciate what we do, and people come back again and again and again with other rugs, or 2 or 3 years down the line with the same rug. So they must see the value in what we do. I'd like to think so. Like I say, we are very busy, so we're doing something right. I wasn't getting too much rubbish off the back of this rug, but I did get some, so it was worth doing. Every step is worth doing, regardless of how dirty the rug is. We do like to continue and do the steps that we can. As long as we're not damaging the rug, then we'll do every step possible. I do love the questions that you keep asking on the YouTube and Facebook channel. If you have got any questions, fire away. I might even do a live soon. Planning on doing a live, but it's very hard to do a live with rug cleaning because we're so far away from the phone or the computer. We can't see if you're asking stuff. I might get my wife to answer the questions while I do the cleaning. That'd be a good idea. If you're in favour of me doing a live, let me know and we'll do a live for you. The amount of times people say to us that we're wasting water, and it really winds me up. I don't let it wind me up, but it's a little bugbear when people say, oh, what a waste of water. For me personally, a waste of water is a leaking tap. A waste of water is a burst pipe. That is a waste of water. This is us cleaning a rug, so how can it be a waste of water if we're getting an end result with that water? It's not a waste of water. You could argue that maybe I'm using too much water, but I would argue back that to clean the rug thoroughly, you need this amount of water. There's a lot of fabric there. You use what, 60-70 litres for a wash load in your washing machine, and that's for 5 or 6 kilos of material, which, let's face it, is quite easy to clean in a washing machine. We're cleaning 50 kilos of material, which is very hard because it's condensed. It's very hard to get the soils out, so we have to use this amount of water to get it clean. And they also don't take into the fact that to replace this rug, it's like, oh, just throw it away and get a new one, you'll save water. But to replace the rug, the amount of water they use from the start of making a rug to the finish of making a rug is probably 3 times more than what we're using just to clean the rug. You know, you have to wash the wool, you have to dye the wool, you have to wash the cotton, you have to dye the cotton, and then even when they've finished making the rug, quite often they'll wash the rug again to get all the bits out of it and make sure the dyes are stable, etc. There's a lot of water involved in the manufacturing of making rugs. So you're not saving any money, you're not saving any water by buying a new rug. So, you know, please think before you say silly things like that. Plus, we're in the UK. It's not like we can give that water to people in countries that don't have much water. If I was living in a country where the water was scarce, I wouldn't be cleaning rugs with that water. I'd be drinking it. But it's not the case in the UK. And in the UK, we do actually recycle our water. Our water goes off to a water treatment plant through our drainage system, and then it comes back clean again. Well, as clean as you can get it with our water board. They're not the best in the world, that's for sure. But yeah, so our water doesn't go down a weather drain, it goes down a sewer drain where it is shipped off to be cleaned and then shipped back to us. And we pay for that privilege, so I'm not going to waste water if I'm paying for it. Anyway, rant over, if you can call that a rant. Final rinses now. I wish you could feel and smell the rug after we've finished. The actual, for me personally, yes, visually they look fantastic, but the feel of the rugs when they've been washed and rinsed properly is unbelievable. They come in sticky, just with a matted feel to them, and they go out fresh, lovely smell, smelling of, you know, what they should smell of, material. We're doing quite a different type of rinse recently. We started using this rinse technique where we put the wand down on the floor, the water comes out of the wand and floods the rug, and then we scrub the soap out of the rug. It's getting as much soap as possible out of this rug, and so putting fresh water on and then running the rotary over the top helps us to scrub the soap out, because getting the soil out is one thing, but you do need to get the soap out as well. If you don't get the soap out, you'll leave a sticky residue on that rug, and that sticky residue will attract soil, and you don't want that. You want the rug clean to last as long as possible for the customer. You want to give them value for money. And so this new technique of rinsing now, we find really works well at getting the soaps out of the rug and any remaining soils as well. Final scrape and we are done. I don't think the before and after does this rug justice, just how clean we got it, which is a shame. roll it up nice and tight, ready for the centrifuge. No dye issues on this rug whatsoever, it's a machine made rug, so you don't really get dye issues. You don't need to sheet it up, just roll it up, put it in the centrifuge. Quick clean down. Hang the rug up, and there it is, looking fantastic. Don't forget to share this video again, guys. Really appreciate it if you can share this video worldwide. And that's the end result. Thanks for watching. That's the end result, sorry. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.